Okay, guys, Carey Price is set to return with the Montreal Canadiens. He's going to be back with the boys tomorrow, which is Monday. Unless, of course, he looks at the team's record and says, oh my God, no, and has second thoughts. Just kidding, kind of. But anyway, in today's video, I wanted to take a look at the road ahead for Carey Price and talk about whether or not he could be a difference maker in saving the Canadiens from being a bottom feeder amongst the league. Sorry in advance, because this is going to be a bit of a lengthy video. I usually try and keep these short and to the point, but we've got a lot of stuff to talk about here. So, Carey Price, again, is going to be back with the team on Monday. And I mean, it's Price, so it's going to make you smile. Because Montreal without Price is like watching The Office without Michael Scott. It's just not the same. It doesn't feel right. But, like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, just because he's returning doesn't mean the guy is going to be playing this week. Because, hey, he's got a bit of a long road ahead of him. After all, we're not really sure if he's been skating on his own or if he's been doing anything. And something that not a lot of people are talking about is before he entered the player assistance program, the guy had surgery on his knee over the summer. And if he's not been skating or doing anything since then who knows how long it's going to take him to get back into game shape. He's got to test that knee out. And Dominique Ducharme did say that one option that they've got on the table could be a conditioning stint with the Laval Rocket. So we'll have to wait a little while and see what route the team thinks is the best for Carey Price. Now, I did ask you guys in a community poll the question that I'm going to be talking about today. Check it out. Carey Price will possibly return to Montreal's lineup sooner than many of us had expected. Do you think he could be the game changer that turns this shitty season around? We had 327 grasshoppers show up for the vote, with 22 optimistic percent voting yes. Carey Price alone is enough to turn this ship around. Meanwhile, 29% of grasshoppers would say hell no. Price's return ain't gonna mean jack diddly squat. And we had another 48% of voters that said they just don't know anymore. They want a sandwich. And you know, I felt that. 48% of Habs fans right now are confused. They just want to eat. That's how they're dealing with all this bullshit. It ain't good. In the comment section here, we did have some good reads. Some guys are expressing their concerns. And we're going to go ahead and read some of these out. Starting with my man, Sea-Dog, who says Price should return around the same time as Edmondson. Should Romanov be sent down when that happens? Not because of his play, but because then he could play top pair minutes as well as on the power play. This way, his confidence will be high when he returns. Now, Sea-Dog, let me tell you, you're not alone with that idea about Romanov. I've been hearing people say that since the season started, that Romanov should play top minutes down in Laval instead of keeping him around the bonfire. But I gotta admit, over the last few games I saw him play, I feel almost as if he's been making some progress. A little bit of progress. He's looking more comfortable now, from my eyes. And he's looking a bit better on the Habs blue line. So I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but you may be onto something here. Grimes says he's all in for Shane Wright. Hey, me too, Grimes. Then he goes on to say, but do you think getting Edmondson and Price back will do anything for this Habs team? And if you stick around here, Grimes, I'm going to be answering that a little later. Shamir also chimed in loud and clear. And here is what Shamir had to say. I'm just hoping the Habs keep tanking so they can fire the GM. Capital letters. He's being mean. He's angry and I like it. Even with a top 3 draft pick, they'll find a way to piss that away, as we've seen from the last couple of times they've had the 3rd overall pick. Even if they get right, they won't develop him properly. Sorry to be so negative. Hey, Shamir, come on. You don't have to be sorry around here. But recent history when it comes to these things doesn't make me feel confident about the future. Bang, bang, shots fired from Shamir Ravji. And hey, Shamir, I'm not going to argue with any of that, my friend. The proof is in the pudding. The Habs player development has been a tar fire for a long time, and yeah. I think it is time for a change, Shamir. The Canadiens need some new brains behind the operation. Sean McDonough would say Price just being there would give a more mental boost to the team, no doubt, but Allen has been pretty damn good. He just hopes Price is legitimately ready to return, feeling the pressure of having to win when the team is dropping ass in front of him is what got him all bent up in the first place. And man, that was deep, Sean. I really like this comment because I feel the exact same way. If Carey Price is really ready to dive back into this mess head first between the pipes, then man, he better be ready. Adam Jenks is saying Allen has not been the issue, and he doesn't think it's going to change much. Scotia Plummer is hoping that the Habs management isn't rushing him back to save their own asses. And GGR thinks it's all just a big conspiracy, and there's going to be another setback before he's game ready. And this comment is definitely worthy of the X-Files music. I love it. And we got Brandon over here who thinks Price will help as he makes the team much more confident and they don't hesitate to join the play. But he still doesn't think it's gonna change much. Now, a special thanks to everybody who wrote a comment and casted their vote on the situation. And now it's time for me to give my thoughts on Price's return. I want to start off by saying I really hope he's in a good place with his mental health. Because crawling back into this mess, he's definitely going to need his sanity for dealing with the guys in front of him. The whole team looks like they're mesmerized. They can't play a full 60-minute game. Jeez, most nights they can't even play a good 5 minutes. And that's concerning. The lack of goal scoring is concerning. I'm just full of concerns right now. Sometimes I think of Carey Price's play during last year's regular season, and I say to myself, no, he's not going to make much of a difference. But then, you think of Carey Price's playoff performance, and you begin to think, hey, maybe he can punch out a couple of extra wins on his own here. But at this point, is that really going to make a difference? Maybe he does play good. Maybe he makes so many crisp passes out of his own zone that he wins the Vizina and the Norris too. But for Montreal to make the playoffs right now, they've got to climb a friggin' mountain. A mountain! And I don't want to see them get halfway up this mountain and not make it. You know what I mean? Going on a couple of good runs throughout the remainder of the season and finishing just outside of the playoffs is a worst case scenario. That ain't good. I don't want any of that shit. Another question I've got is the health of Price. The guy was falling apart. He wasn't exactly your typical Toyota Corolla during the summer. Seattle wouldn't even take him for free. He needed surgery. His hip was bad. His knee was bad. And then what happened recently to the poor guy was just a cherry on top. It wasn't good. So there is still a lot of question marks right now when it comes to Carey Price and his health, physically and mentally. It's some scary shit. So in short, can he help the team scrape out a couple of extra wins? Yes, he can. I believe he can. But is it possible he doesn't improve the team at all? Yes, that is also still a possibility. It's going to be an interesting week. Seeing him get back into some action, at practice, watching his lateral movement, seeing what he does. I think I speak for everyone when I say you just don't want to see him jump between those pipes right now and lose whatever confidence and self-esteem that he's gained over the past couple of months for the sake of trying to save a disaster of a season. Anyway, guys, I'm ending this right here. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed, and hey, I'll see you next time.